Great dear friends and lovers of freedom, wherever you are, today being the 26th day of December 2023, I welcome you to this very program. This is BTV Europe, Biafran Television Europe. We are live here on studio, and from my location, I say good morning to you all, and good afternoon, good evening, and good night to so many of you, depending your time zone, depending your own time zone. Great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Today we are going to have Mazi Benjamin Madubugwu on this Hello platform of BTV Europe. And today's program is going to be to say it the way it is, and they ask some few questions that is necessary to ask, and for Biafrans to know what is going on in this very struggle. And so what we are here to do right now, so great Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we have a little challenge here that I'm facing. So I faced it. I think it's okay now. Am I coming out loud and clear from your location? I hope I'm coming out loud and clear from their location, because we are having a little bit challenge here, and I think it is resolved. Great Biafrans and lovers of freedom, here is BTV Europe, and in few minutes to come, we are going to have Mazi Benjamin Madubugwu on this very Hello platform today to engage in some comprehensive interview with Benjamin Madubugwu. So every one of you knew who Benjamin Madubugwu is in this very struggle. So great Biafrans and lovers of freedom, what I am saying today, firstly, let me energize our people, like the Christian Biafrans who are in their festive time. I hope all of you are in a good spirit in this festive time. I say to you all, Merry Christmas, and be in a good spirit and be courageous, and also be watchful while you are celebrating this Xmas time. Great Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we are going to discuss an important issue: insecurity in our land, and what have happened to some foreign investors who came into Biafra land to invest and to create job opportunity for our people, and some incidents that have occurred concerning them, and the continuously illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that is the major reason today I invited Mazi Benjamin Madubugwu in this very Hello platform for this very interview today, because every one of us knew who he is and how close he is to the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. So in few minutes, he will be here with us on this very BTV Europe for an interview, very necessary one. So, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom, what we are discussing here today, let me give some little idea of what is going to be discussed here today. And the questions are coming in. Because today we are going to ask as many questions as we can cover in this very program today. Questions are coming in. We want to discuss the continuous illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, because we all understand his presence, the importance of his presence aside in concerning situation at hand right now. And why will politicians, what I want to ask here today, why will politicians drive joy in bribing the court, bribing the federal government of Nigeria not to release him? And when they turn around, at least 95% of Biafra can testify that he's absent. Many criminals have anchored, using his name, using him as an excuse, and be committing some crime, which is disturbing in development of our land. Because anywhere crime is being sponsored by the politicians, investors will be scared to come into that particular place to invest. No wise investor will like to invest his hard-earned money in a disturbing society. It is not done. First thing investors will investigate is how secure this place is, and what is the policy of establishing business in this place. Is this public policy favorable to me? Can this policy give me progress I need in my business? These are the questions that the investors always engage before investing their money. How secure is my investment is going to be? How secure I myself investing, how secure am I going to be in this society? Nobody will like to invest in a place where you will be killed or where you will be disappeared without any reason. So this is why I am touching on this issue today. This is the politicians. We have local government chairmen, we have the ward chairman, we have governors, we have senators, federal senators, we have Federal House of Representatives, we have State House of Representatives, which is the state lawmakers. And these are the group of people that are supposed to provide solution, that are supposed to make a kind of policy, pass a law that will guide and bring security to the society. Because anywhere security is where progress and investment will flourish. No security, no good policy for investment. Investment can never flourish in such places. So my question today is to all Biafrans around the world is, what is behind this insecurity in Biafra land as a whole? What is going on? Who is behind this insecurity? Because IPOB have tried as much they can do to make sure that there is security for our people. And that is why ESM was created, because of how the farmers were being slaughtered, those who want to produce food for us to eat and survive. Okay, IPOB look at it and say, okay, since the governors who should be the people that will bring solution to security, since they have failed and they are somehow afraid of confronting those that they knew that they are behind this insecurity, which is the Fulani henchmen. And this security network was born out of the failure of governors in our land. And the effect of this particular establishment of Eastern Security Network, every good Biafran can testify to this and say, yes, this solution was established. Our farmers can go to farm today and farm in peace and produce food for people to consume. So if we can take care of this area of challenge of security, and now they have, the same people have changed strategy. Because when this issue was going on, this issue of insecurity was going on, and governors were met, politicians were met, questions were asked, what can you do to, let me bring Mazi Benjamin Madubugwu is okay. Is here already? Is here. Mazi Benjamin Madubugwu. From me, from here, I say good morning to you. How are you, Mazi Benjamin Madubugwu?
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Good morning, my brother. I'm fine.
And you?
And you?
I'm fine.
Thank you.
We thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, Mazi Benjamin Madubugwu, I want to ask you some few questions. Let me first start. How close are you to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra? I would like you to tell us how close you are to him.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you for the question,
my dear brother.
my dear brother.
Nnamdi
Nnamdi Kanu
is
is
my leader.
leader.
Number one.
Number one.
He's a brother
He's
to
a
me,
brother to me,
and a
and special person
in my life
in my life.
in terms of
In
spiritual guidance. He's my spiritual leader. Can you hear me? I don't hear you. I don't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you clearly. I'm hearing you clearly. Okay.
Nnamdi Kanu is a friend. Is a leader. To me. He's a special person
to me,
and
he is my
spiritual leader.
Okay. Thank you, Mazi, for answering that question. I want to ask you, Mazi, some time ago, I am aware, and so many Biafrans, millions of Biafrans around the world were aware that you visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu some time ago when the issue of this confusion were everywhere. What is going on and what people were asking so many questions. And you visited him and we heard from you what the engagement of conversation you had with him. So I want to ask, what was your challenge before succeeding in visiting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu then?
I have a lot of challenges.
Okay.
In terms of the policy being put in place by the DSS. Okay. It affected me in a very long time before I succeeded to see him. I make several attempts to see him. They refuse me. But at the end of the day, on the 10th of August 2023, it was like miracle. I don't know how it happened. I went to the DSS headquarters with our able barrister, Barrister Ejiofor, and to my surprise, I was allowed to see him. So for me,
Mas, go ahead. I think we are having challenges from his side. You know, I think he is in Nigeria and everybody know how the network there is.
Thank you.
Okay. Please, can you repeat, Mazi, can you repeat what you said? Because the network disturbed from your side. Can you repeat what you said? Because the network were disturbing when you were saying something. Can you repeat what you said?
Okay. The network is bad, but I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. I can hear you clearly.
Okay. Okay, bro.
Okay, bro.
Yeah.
I said, can you repeat what you said when we are talking, because we had a network issue when we are when you are answering that question.
Okay. Like what I said, based on your question, I had several difficulties in seeing him, but at the end of the day, on the 10th of August, 2023, it happened that I went there with our barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and that day was like it was like a miracle day. I was allowed to see him, so and it was a day of that I will never forget in my life. For seeing that great man in that particular dungeon in GSS. Okay. It was a memorable day.
Mazi,
For me.
please. Mazi, can you do me a favor? Can you remove the earphone on your ear, please, and go direct so that it will be more better?
Okay.
Please remove it. I think it's better now. Perfectly.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect. Go on.
Okay. So, like I was saying, on that fateful day, it was on 10th of August, 2023. After several attempts to see him, which they denied me the access. So on that particular day of 10th of August 2023, I was able to see him. I went there with our barrister, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and it was like a miracle. So I saw him. He was in a very high spirit that day. He delivered messages to me, of which I came out after the visit and delivered the message to our people according to his instructions. So that is it.
Okay, thank you, Mazi. Thank you. The answer is very clear and understandable to all Biafrans around the world and the lovers of freedom. Mazi, as someone who have visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, like you said, he say he's in a good spirit. According to you, you say he is in a good spirit. That is something I want to ask. When you visited him, did you ask him some questions regarding the occurrence of what happened to him in Kenya?
Yes, I did. I asked him tell me what he knows about what happened to him. That was a conspiracy between the Nigerian government and the British government. Okay. Then I went ahead to ask him, is there anybody from Biafra land or from Igbo extraction that are involved in what happened to him? He said no, that there is nobody from Igbo land involved in what happened to him, that it was a game plan, evil plan between the Nigerian government and the British government. Okay, this is the two governments that are responsible to what happened to him. Okay, even he went ahead to tell me that the private jet that was used to brought him from Kenya to Nigeria was owned by a CIA agent. but he never mentioned the name of agent to me. So this is exactly the message, the response to him from him when I ask him all these questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this question you asked, because this is a very, very vital area that many people have been pointing, accusing fingers on innocent people, you know, assuming that this person is this and this. Many of them said that the members of DOS were involved in this conspiracy, which you have said here, and they say no, not even anybody from Biafra land that is involved, that this is a kind of evil plan within the two governments, British government and Nigeria government. So this area is very clear. Then I want to ask you some other question. You are from Ihala, right, Mazi?
Yes.
So, and the report we have been getting so far in Biafra land, there are too much disturbing reports from Ihala. Can you please tell the world what is going on in Ihala? As someone who's from there, who knows something.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. My dear brother, what's happening in Ihala today is I'm still shocked, and is a thing that somebody was conspiring or is conspiring for a reason best known to them. Okay, as I'm talking to you, I am in Ihala, and I witness everything that is happening in my place in the name of Biafra, in the name of IPOB, in the name of ESN. They even go to the extent of making people to believe that they are working for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which is a lie. What is not only in Ihala, in Olu zone, the old Olu zone, in Dato, and in fact, the whole of Anambra South, not only Ihala, in the part of Anambra State, and the whole of old Olu zone. What is happening there is I can categorize it as a tragedy to Ndi Igbo. Some people try to demonize IPOB, ESN, and to rubbish the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is what I see happening. If you come to Ihala today, what is happening in Ihala local government and the Anambra South in general, and Olu zone, old Olu zone in general, it is not happening in any other part of Igbo land or Biafra land. It is a calculative conspiracy. See, the most painful part of it is that I came from Ihala, and anybody who knows me, who knows my involvement in this Biafra agitation, that accuse me of being responsible for what is happening, the person might not be wrong, because it is very clear that what is happening, the abomination that is happening within the Ihala local government, is a crime against our people. Since 2021, after the extraordinary rendition of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was the time this conspiracy and the evil plan was hatched. And the headquarters of this evil plan is in Osihitokwa. Osihitokwa is in Osu local government in Imo State. From Osihitokwa, these criminal activities extended to Osumowu. Osumowu is a community in Ihiala local government where I come from. At the back of my house is Osumowu. The criminality expanded to Mbosi, to Asia, to Lilu, to Upo, to Ezirifite, Newi South. Or Newi North, yes, or Newi North or South. I can't clarify, but Newi local government is within the Newi jurisdiction. Ezinifite, Ubo, Unubi, Akwi Head. This is where this criminality was stamped. And the people doing these things, they are not even IPOB members. Not only that they are not IPOB members, they are using the name of ESM. They are not ESM members, as much as I know. They have nothing to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because for you to be an ESN member, you must have a coordinator. You must have a unit coordinator, in extent, zonal coordinator, to local government, to senatorial coordinators, and the state. These people have no record of this chain of command of IPOB. And they are still claiming to be IPOB, to be ESM, to be the loyalist of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The level of crime these people are committing within the Ihiala local government, Anambra South, and all old Olu zone is unimaginable. The killings, kidnapping of our people, the snatching of cars from our own people, the raping of our young ladies and the mothers, their involvement in discussing or giving judgment on land disputes, that in our place we know that anything that have to do with land disputes in a community or husband and wife issue is a case that the traditional rulers and the elders of communities handle. It is not a case of
Mazi Benjamin, let me come in there a little bit. Let me interrupt you a little bit there.
Okay.
Like what you said right now concerning the land dispute cases and the family cases, like marital cases.
Yes.
And do you remember when Eastern Security was launched and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu specifically banned the members of ESN in participating in any land case engagement? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, some elements now are coming in and parading themselves as members of ESN. Then some of them, like what the report we got some time ago, some of them now engages in the land dispute cases. Some of them engages like one I saw on internet. He had a problem with his wife, his own wife, and I think it was last year. They said the members of what do you call them, autopilot and Butuza, the person mentioned the name, came and carried the man, and the man did not return. So this to show that because ESM has no business to do with land dispute. ESM is specifically formed to tackle the terrorist Fulani henchmen that was projected in our bushes to prevent our farmers from producing food for the land of Biafra. Do you agree with me on that?
Yes.
Okay, Mazi, I want to ask, now that you have explained the crime going on in Ihaland, some area you mentioned, let me borrow the word of late Sonny Abacha. Sonny Abacha said in his time that any insecurity that lasted more than 3 months, that government could not be able to stop, is being sponsored by government. Do you agree on that particular narrative?
100%. I agree. 100%. And that is the truth.
So, what do you think is the solution? What do you think what is your own suggestion concerning this insecurity that have continuously going on in our land and scaring our people away from investing in their own land? Because I discover somehow, like information that I got, that most of politicians were paid by the federal government of Nigeria to form artificial insecurity in our land, so that our people who they are maltreating in Abuja and in the Lagos will not be able to return home and invest in their own health and have peace. So what do you say concerning this report?
Okay. My brother, the thing is that in every problem, to solve problems of this kind, needs people to come out to say the truth in every sincerity to get the solution. What I see happening in Ihala local government, in Anambra South, in Old Olu Zone is politically motivated. Okay? Now, if you used to listen to Shinas and Woru broadcasts on Radio Biafra, there was a time Shinas make a statement that through the IPOBM branch, there was an information circulating that there was numbers of coastal buses that leave Ebonyi State and end up in this Olu, Imo State. Okay? How can a coastal bus loaded with young men will pass all the way from Ebonyi State, cross Enugu, cross Anambra State, and enter Imo State without interruption? Don't you see that the hand of government is there?
Yes, it's very clear. The hand of government is there.
Okay. Yeah. Now, like General Abacha said that Any insecurity that lasted 24 hours, the hand of government is there. That is true. And that is the case of what is happening in Anambra South and the old Olu zone. Simple truth. Simple truth. That is the case of this, of what is happening there.
Mazi, I want to ask.
Go ahead.
Okay, Mazi, please. Sorry, I want to ask. There is something, that is one important comment somebody made on this platform right now. Apart from question that is being pouring on our private system to ask you. Somebody, I'm interested in this particular person's comment. He said, is the guy Butuvzo above ESN? This question is very deep. This comment is very deep.
No. This question is meant for DOS to answer. Not me. DOS is the people in charge of ESN. So this question should be directed to them.
Yes.
There is something I want to say here.
Go ahead.
I will say an adage. Allah wants you. I don't know how to translate this in English. Somebody can do the translation. If the Nigerian government, if the federal government, Asorok in Abuja, want to be sincere to themselves, that they want to stop the insecurity in Southeast, why are they giving the security fund to the governors?
The area you hit it now is a very vital area. You ask if they want to be sincere to themselves and they want to stop a disturbing report coming from the Southeast.
Why are they going to governors the security fund? The reason why this our generation, we are so lucky to have informations in our tips through the publications by the government agencies, by intellectuals, by detectives, and all these things get to us by we having the smartphones with us, because we follow daily news, not only about Nigeria, but about what happens around the world. We know very well that during the time of Jonathan regime as the president of Nigeria, and this last administration of Muhammad Buhari, the reason Boko Haram was booming as a business was like people making it to be their source of living, or source of funding, was because the government released security fund to the governors of the states in the north, especially the northeast. Who are the people behind Boko Haram? Are they not the northern politicians? We have to say the truth. If you ask us to say the truth, we say the truth. We have information. And we are not afraid of anybody to say the truth, because the truth must live forever and ever. Who are the people behind the Boko Haram activities? Are they not northern politicians? The same thing these eastern politicians have already learned from them, believing that making Southeast insecure, we give them the opportunity to be asking for security funds from Abuja. Why are they releasing the money for them if the Abuja is not involved in what is happening in our place? It's a business.
It's a business.
Okay, Mazi Benjamin, like what you said now, that they have turned it into a business.
Yes.
And now I want to ask this question publicly. Why will anybody who is educated, who has conscience, will like his own community, his own society to be insecure, to be a disturbing society? Why will anybody with a human being, let me just put it this way, if that person is not a human animal, like Benjamin Netanyahu addresses the group of Hamas, because sometimes I begin to view the politicians from our land as human animals. I was discussing with a white man a few days ago. I said, these people have gradually turning themselves into a human animals, because when you want to address somebody as a human animal, you have already concluded that this person has no conscience. His conscience is completely dead. And when a man's conscience is dead, when a man's conscience is dead, he is finished. That person is finished, and it will be, his activity will begin to affect others. So I'm asking you this question, and also public, that why will anybody, because let me use where we are residing as an example. The politicians here are working assiduously to establish security for their people. And that is why investors are flooding in developed world to invest their money, despite the salary they are going to pay the workers. Imagine why, many investors here in developed world, they go to China to establish their business because of lower salary they pay in China, in order way to make more money. And most of them has confronted, I have had the privilege to confront most of them. They will tell you that Africa could have been the best place for them to come and invest. And there's a particular place they want to invest. And that place is the Southeast, which is the Biafra land. But they are complaining that there is no security there. There is so much evil being activated by our own politicians. There is an investor who said that our politicians are the ones kidnapping and killing foreign investors. I was shocked when this white man made this particular revelation. So what do you say about this, please?
My dear brother, the worst thing that can happen to a society or a tribe or group of people is when your oppressors are determined who will be your leader. Okay?
Yeah.
That is what is happening. That is what is happening to us.
But let me say something. But the same politicians will come out on camera. They will tell you, we want to sustain one Nigeria. We want Nigeria Nigeria together is more better than Nigeria that everybody will go his or her separate way. But the activities being seen by these people, the way they are treating their own citizens, did not give the citizens courage not to demand for separation. This is what I have been saying. You are saying that you want to sustain something, but you are not showing any character to sustain that particular thing. Then What else do you want those who are suffering from these failure activities of yours to do? This is the question that people should begin to ask.
My dear brother, the problem we have is that the people we have as our political leaders, and even 90% of our traditional leaders are being selected by the opposition to lead us. I want you to have this in your mind. If Nigeria was designed by the British to help the citizens or to function in a way that the people will have good life, why should people be rigging elections? Why should people be going to Sokoto to pledge loyalty before you become a governor in the East, or before you become a senator or House of Representative member, or even before giving you the staff of authority as the king of a community? Why should it be so? Let me tell you the truth. And I want our people to have it in their mind that we have no leaders. The only leader we have as a people, as far as the Igbo land and the Biafra land in general, Biafrans in general are concerned, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remain our leader and our only leader. Because this is the only person that stands in defense of us. This is the only person that tells us the truth, whether the truth is bitter, whether the truth is bitter or the truth is sweet. He tells us. This is the person that guides us to good life. This is the man that implant inside us that you have to keep on doing good things. Even when somebody is not there, if you know the right thing to do, do it. Only Nnamdi Kanu is the person that teaches us this. Nobody else. What we have in the East are all stooges. Stooges from the governors, from the senators, from the House of Reps, from Ohaneze Ndochi, Ohaneze Ndama. All of them are stooges. The worst thing that happened to us as a people was the loss of Biafran war with Nigeria. Between 1967 to 1970. That was the worst that happened. That was the reason, that was the avenue of the haters of Biafrans, haters of Ndigbo, the enemies of progress. That was an avenue for them to manipulate us and detecting who will be the leader, who will be speaking for us. Otherwise, it isn't supposed to be that way. Okay? But they are seeing us as conquered people.
I want what you said now. Yeah, like what you said now, draw my attention to remember what Shetima, the vice president of Nigeria, said a few days ago. I think it was that statement was made by Shetima. That was Friday. That was Friday after their a little meeting in Asoro. Shetima said in the newspaper, he said the real integration of Igbo politicians into Nigeria mainstream politics has kicked off. How many of you saw it? I don't know, most of Biafra does not even read newspaper. He said that the real integration of Igbo politicians into mainstream politics in Nigeria has kicked off. They have started doing that now. He said this administration will start doing that. So my question to you, Mazi Benjamin Madubugwu, as a man on ground, you know better, you know, at least you are on ground, you can see, you express some certain more than us, because our own activities based on information we get from right sources. Okay. When he said that, I was shocked when I come across that statement. I was shocked. I said, okay, all these years after the 1967 to 1970 war, does it mean that the Igbos have never been integrated into the mainstream politics? So is that the reason why? And I remember myself, oh, this may be the reason why we have so much betrayers who are representing us as senators, as House of Rep members, as governors. So they have been choosing their own to push to us that this is the person. Even when the people said, okay, let them exercise their right through voting, they will deny the people opportunity after voting. They will ring the election and give to the person they want to give. Because that statement is very, very deep. He said it has just started kicking off. So the integration started kicking off now, to ending of 2023. What has happened all these years? I want you to answer that question, please.
Okay. I will answer this question based on my own experience. For the few years I have spent in Nigeria, you know, every day I study about Nigeria. I follow the event of their political activities and the position of Ndi Igbo and the Biafrans in Nigerian Union, because Nigeria is a union. Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is a union of nations. The early they understand this, the better for them. They should stop calling Nigeria country or nation. Nigeria is a union of nations. That is simple truth. Now, if you are talking about the integration of Ndi Igbo in Nigerian politics, yes, Shetima might be right from the angle he is seeing it. Because the problem we have as a people is that we have sycophants as political leaders. We have sycophants as leaders. Somebody like now is Christmas and New Year season. Somebody will come to the village, he share rice, he share this Nigerian wax, tomato, onions, salt and oil and all that. And the people will be singing praises to him. For him, he has arrived. He will go to Abuja and he said, yes, my people is with me. I'm in control of my people. Don't worry, everything I tell them, they will listen. They will do what I said. But these people, in fact, if I'm calling them people, I'm still giving them glory. These idiots we have in our place, called politicians, they fail to understand that for you to lead people, you must have the consent of that people you are leading. You see these animals you have in Abuja, we call Igbo politicians, from top to down. I call them animals, idiots and vagabonds. They have no mandate of the people. The Sokoto Caliphate and Asorok, Abuja, determine for them to be the senators, the House of Reps, the governors, or Hanese leaders. The people never choose them to be the leader. That is where the government, the people speaking on behalf of the government, like Chetima is saying, that they're beginning to integrate in the Nigerian polity. How? What is the process? What is the organic process of that integration? Did you ask the people who they want to represent them in Abuja? Do you have the mandate of all these animals hanging around in Abuja, answering sa, eating the crumbs falling from the master's table in Abuja, presenting themselves as Igbo politicians? Do they have the people's mandate to be there? That should be the question. And the answer is no. No. All these idiots you see as Igbo politicians in Abuja, why are they living in Abuja? Why don't they come down home, living with those people they represent, living in that constituency that they represent, for them to know the pains and the agony and the need of the people they represent? Why don't you send them down to be there with the people they represent, so that they will know what the people need and they present it to the government? They are in Abuja, living in a posh houses, embezzling the whole money that was budgeted for projects in Southeast. All the money is in their pocket. They are there living in Abuja, giving you, when the president is celebrating, or the vice president or senate president is doing one or two occasions, they will buy the highest gift and give to them. They will be praising them, people representing the people of the East. No, they don't represent us. They represent their families and their pocket. There was a statement made by President Muhammad Buhari, 2016. That time I was in Kuje prison with our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, David the one we see, Bright Shimezie, and the Shidebero with the way. Our people was doing protest, asking for our release, making noise worldwide, seeking for justice. The president of Nigeria then, which was General Muhammad Buhari, make a statement. He said, why can't these boys hold their representatives, their politicians responsible on why there is no development, no infrastructure in the East?
Yeah, yes, Mazi Madubugwu, I remember.
Every money the federal government budget for infrastructure and the development of Southeast are given to the people representing us in Abuja. And after some years, I begin to understand what that man means. That man was right. He was right. Our problem is our politicians, not the Nigerian government. I will say it a second time. Our problem are these idiots and animals and vagabonds representing us in Abuja. They are our problem, not Nigerian government. I will leave it at this. Thank you.
Okay, Mazi Benjamin Madubugwu, I want to ask you in regarding to this very atrocity that happened to South Korean citizens, investors at that matter. These are the investors. One of our Biafran brother and the Igbo speaking Biafran brother that brought them home for them to come and invest in their own land. Let's say someone travel out abroad, he were able to convince the citizens where he traveled to. In other way, with the love that person had in his heart, he decided, oh, let me bring investment. Since I don't have money to do that, let me give these people a convincing grant, or okay, let me bring them for them to come and establish in my father's land, to create job opportunity for our graduates, those who graduated without work, those who can do other laboring work in that particular establishment. He did all this effort and brought these people home for an investment. And within the border of Ebonyi, Enugu, these South Koreans were kidnapped by the group called Butuzo. Now, I want to ask, does Butuzo bigger than, or does Butuzo more stronger than the Nigerian security force, or the governors, the two governors within this border, this thing happened? Ebonyi governor, Enugu state governor, what action have they taken concerning the foreign citizens? Because I haven't seen any effort being made by these people. But I can tell you today on camera, on public view, that IPOB and her leadership have engaged the South Korea government. And South Korea government have reviewed some certain things concerning the disappearance of these citizens, of our own citizens in our land. And since that they know that these people are the people behind this thing, does it mean that Enugu state governor and the Ebonyi state governor, did they lack the capacity? Because IPOB have followed. The last time they were seen is Abu Odua. That's where they were spotted. And all these things took place this very month, December. Earlier this very month, December. All these things took place. And it is not a good one. Because I remember vividly when they were planning in Abuja, since the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not affect IPOB, rather it made IPOB more stronger. They said, okay, how can we paint these people black before the world? They started this idea. Remember, the former British High Commissioner, the woman, where they planned to assassinate her in Biafra land when she visited Biafra land. IPOB intelligence unit for that particular plan. And that plan was announced by our secretary, press secretary, more powerful. And that stopped that particular plan. So now they have reactivated that particular thing again. And now they have discovered that Butuzo is the one that did this particular atrocity. That means that these guys have been working with Nigeria government. Because somebody said that, he said, they discovered that this guy is fully working with Nigerian government. And this guy cannot work with Nigerian government without our own politicians backing him up. Because it's one of the politicians that will introduce, that will present him as, okay, this is the guy who can do this job for us. And they have been doing it. Now, another one, there is a group of Chinese investors as well that ended up in his hand. And if you watch all these things, our politicians representing us, who say that representing us in Abuja, They are not talking about this area. They are silent over these atrocities going on, knowing the heavy consequences about this particular crime. Kidnapping foreign citizens in your own society is a very serious crime. So what do you have to say about this disturbing? Because I am disturbed. Every good Biafran is disturbed based on this, because we know the consequences on this. Imagine me now working here, living here, then I am being kidnapped and never see again in this foreign land. What do you think my family will do? So I want you to say something about this.
There is this kind of mindset, political mindset in Nigeria, that goes the way of giving a dog bad name in order to hang it. Okay? These two incidents you talked about, I always like to follow informations from the platforms of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu through his Facebook page or his Twitter page. Okay, from my understanding, from the information coming from IPOB branch on these particular issues, the incident of the Chinese, which include our brothers that brought them to invest in our place and their workers, happened in Ihiala along Onitsha Owerri Road. And according to the information, intelligence information, these people was taken to Osehitu camp in the valley. Then the second incident of the investors from Korea, it happened in Iwacha, which they call Port Harcourt. Now, I want to make our people to understand something. From the day our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started to call for our people to return home to invest, at least to bring 80% of the investment back home, that was the day this evil plan against investors coming to our land, even including our own people, that was the day the evil plan started. Because, see, these people are looking at us that we don't know what we are doing. If you look at Nigeria today, the people investing in Nigeria are the Igbo Biafran people. Go to Lagos. 80% of infrastructures you see in Lagos belong to the Igbo Biafrans. The Igbo Biafrans alone make 45 to 50% of the population in Lagos. Anybody doubting what I'm saying, travel to Lagos now and see how empty Lagos is upon the reality that many of our people did not go home to East for Christmas. But go to Lagos and see how scanty Lagos is. Until January, Lagos will start to have crowd. Because Biafrans are the people invested in Lagos. If you go to Abuja, 80% of infrastructures in Abuja belong to the Igbo Biafrans. The same thing with Kanu. The same thing with Kaduna. The same thing with the major cities in Nigeria. Now, for our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu calling our people to bring their investment home, the power that be, they don't need it. Because they know if our people bring their investments home and they find out that whatever business they're doing in the Lagos, in Abuja, in Kano, in Kaduna, in other places, if they bring it home, the same people buying those products from them will still come to Igbo land and buy it. And that will be the end of the road of investing in other part of Nigeria. Them knowing this, they conspired with some interesting parties in our land. Those that have the mindset of give me money, I will kill my brother. Especially the politicians. They join hand with them to start to make our place to look like our place is not conducive for investment, that our place is full of insecurity, that if you come to the East, you will be killed, or you will be kidnapped, or something bad might happen to you. That is the reason why you are seeing all these things happening. And for them discover that IPOB under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, ESN is in charge of the security of the East, and the people being behind them, which is the IPOB. Who is IPOB? IPOB means Indigenous People of Biafra, which means that every living thing in the land is IPOB. We are indigenous people. The people are behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The people are behind ESN. That's why ESN have the obligation of securing our place. And they have been doing it, and they will keep on doing it. Now, them knowing this, they have to create something that I can qualify as a third-party group, interest group that they can work with. All these things you see happening in Ihala, Anambra South, Olu Zone, the whole of Olu Zone, like I said before, is politically motivated because some politicians are benefiting from it. Around January, February, March, April, May of this year 2023, if you can go to screw up all the press release of IPOB issued by Mazi Emma Powerful, you will see that there's some press releases that the names of politicians in Imo State that are behind what is happening in Olu Zone was published. Their full names, including their telephone numbers. But because of IPOB is involved, some people might want to demonize IPOB. Some people want to tarnish the image of ESM. Some people want to bring up some cases that will help them not to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that has never committed any crime known to Nigerian law, known to international law, just for them to keep him because he is telling them the truth. That is why you see them, they never do anything regards to that investigation report Emma Powerful published. Had it been that this Abuja followed up with that particular press release, what is happening in Imo State today could have been a thing of the past. But they don't want to do it because it serves them better as far as the image of IPOB is being tarnished through that way. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being implicated for them to keep on holding him, and the ESL is being demonized. It's okay for them. They don't care about the life of our people. They don't care. All this thing happening is politically motivated. They don't want investors to come to our land because they know that our land is the final destination for investors. They know very well. They know. And they don't want it because they hate us. They hate us to the level that they don't want us to breathe. That is why if you look at the government policies, every policies they put on the table, they must make sure that this policy is 60% running against Igbo Biafrans and their businesses, just to bring us down. Okay? But one thing they forget to understand is that the oil is already on our head. And it was the make of the God, the Creator. No man can take it away from us. Go around the world, we are everywhere, we are selling. If we can have people like Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Chimamanda Adichie, Ejiofor of Nollywood, our brother, the brain behind the modern day computer under Microsoft, Emma Wale. If we can have all the best graduates around the world in every university, why can't these people understand that we are the light and the oil and the salt of the world? You can't bring us down. You can't. The more you try to bring us down, the more we are selling higher. You can't do it. It is the make of the God Almighty. See,
Mazi Benjamin, according to your response. Wait, let me hear. According to your response, Mazi Benjamin, you said something about we being the salt of the world and we have the best graduate around the globe concerning, and the Nigeria government knew all these things. Every policy, according to you, every policy they make sure that the policy must be against the Igbo Biafrans. Now, this made me to remind me about the situation of the history of Israel, the Israelites, when they were facing the same similar intimidation before the war. Now, since this thing is being channeled or championed by the Nigerian government through British, why won't the politicians give total support of referendum so that our people, because I was discussing with somebody, I said, where we are today, if we have been a nation, Dubai, this EA will not see the back of that particular place called Biafra. Nobody will know EA because we will be ahead of them. Because of what I know, the human development and the human capacity that I am convinced, because I know what is going on in abroad. Most of units where things are happening, you will find our people there, being professors, being champion in terms of productions. You will see a Biafran, Igbo Biafrans, being at the head of that particular department, championing most of our people. You don't hear their names. Like what sometimes I said, people who always flood into social media are poor people. Sorry to use that word. I say the main rich and wealthy people in this world, they are not on social media. They are not interested. They are living their life very quietly. So I don't know how are we going to convince our politicians to support referendum, because these are the things. That is why they call them politicians. Look at what their people want. Their people want this. Look at what they are demanding. What do I call it? The duty of the politicians is to take the demand of the people they are representing. Let me tell you something now. Let me say something here right now. Politicians have no right of making their own demand. That is the rules and regulation of being a politician. That's why you are a public figure. If you want to have a private life, you must stay away from political corridor. Moment you step into a political corridor, that means you have exposed yourself to a public life, which is the public may take decision of how you live. But in Nigeria, they will tell you the politician had the power to tell the people what they want. What they want is what they are giving to the people. But it's not that in a developed world, the people are the one controlling the politician. There is something that happened here 3 years ago. A senator that's representing this zone that I am living, that is the area I'm living here, they call the place Osasco. He promised them there's one canal. There's one canal there. He promised them that if they elect him as a senator, that he will help them clean that canal and they construct something, a relaxation center where people can be relaxing on the edges of those canals in the evening. They signed this agreement and they voted him in. A year gone, 2 years gone, 3 years gone, this man did not fulfill that particular, he did not bring, and they keep on inviting him to come for them to discuss. Immediately his 4 years finished, he came back to campaign. I don't know, most of you may see that on the internet, but you may not draw your attention. Do you know what the people did? Police were there. That's what I tell you, the police of the developed world always be with their people. They are not with politicians. They are not protecting the politicians. They don't care. What they care about is their own people, the safety of their own people. The police were there. They called the man. When the man was talking that he will do it this time, he's going to do that and he promised that, and they said no, that was not our agreement. Our agreement that as we let you in, this is the first project you will do before any other project. Why did you abandon this particular project? They called him. The place, that canal was dirty and there was dirty water there. They called him to walk into that. Are you hearing me? They said, walk into that canal. We want to see you walking inside that dirty canal. And they forced the man, because the man know the capacity of what people can do to him. The man was trying to beg them. They said, walk in there. We are commanding you to walk inside there. And the man walked in there. They told him, oh yeah, continue moving inside that canal. The man were moving. They start stoning the man. They start stoning him before police now intervene. And they protect the man out. And that was the end of the political career of that particular man. So what I'm saying here now, I don't know where our people got this orientation of be you a politician, then you become boss over everybody. This is like, I am confused sometimes when I see the attitude of Nigerian politicians. I say, does these people representing the people or people now working for them? Because they have made people to believe that they are the boss, not the people anymore. And these are the people that you say that they sent you message. They will come out and say they elected me. Elected you means sending you message. So how can my messenger now become a boss to me? So my messenger is automatically becoming a boss. Even when it's coming, it comes with police and flog me. Who is his master? Who sent him message? So messenger now is the one now flogging masters who sent him message. So please, I would like you to enlighten our people towards this area. Then there is a very important question I will ask you. Please make it fast. God bless you.
Thank you, my dear brother. There is difference between capital A and the footprint of cow leg. European countries was designed for the politicians to serve the people, which is the right thing, which is the right way it's supposed to be. But in times of Africa, and especially Nigeria, what we have every 4 years or every 8 years is gang of criminals, fraudsters, and bandits. The first question is that who even elected them in the first place? Nobody elected them. They are there based on the allegiance they placed in Sokoto and the Jabote. That's why they're there. We don't have politicians. What we have are criminals. We don't have politicians in Nigeria. That's why Nigeria is not working. And that is why Nigeria will never work. As far as this system being imposed by the British, the hater of black people, the number one racist country in the world is Britain. They hate black people. They hate black people. Look at all the country being colonized by that satanic country called Britain. There's no life there. South Africa is managing to survive because of the sacrifice of Mandela and his group. They fought for it. They are Britain today because they fought for it, they sacrificed for it. That's why they are Britain. And for we to breathe in this evil union contraption called Nigeria, we must fight for it. We must fight for it. Whether we like it or not, we must fight for it. Because the status quo favors Britain. They want it this way. All the problems you are seeing in Nigeria are being engineered by the British government. Not British people, British government. All the ethnic bigotry, tribal bigotry, religious bigotry you are seeing playing the center politics in Nigeria are being sponsored and nurtured by the British government. Yes, that is what it is. That is why Nigeria will never succeed. Nigeria will never survive. Because the more you see the corrupt idiots we call politicians thriving in the system, the more the British bank smiles. The British bank smile out of from the detriment of the people. Of 200 and something million people called Nigerians. Britain is making money out of it. Otherwise, what does it take Britain to implement the terms and the conditions of their fraudulent amalgamation agreement of 1914 What does it take Britain to implement it? Nothing. The agreement make it very clear that this Nigeria they are establishing today, 1st January 1914, is an experiment meant to last for 100 years.
We have Mazi Benjamin Madubugwu have been disconnected from this very program. Like what we are saying, what he was trying to explain here, because it is other way around when the politicians from our land are parading themselves as bulls over the people, which is very, very wrong. And in other way, what politicians means is people that will serve the people. People that will serve the people. They are on the people's service, loyal to the people, not people being loyal to them. What I discover is even the senators representing people in Abuja, they have now, they are just like bulls over the people. Governors are the same. That is why the governors will come, they will do whatever they want, because they are just displaying that we are bulls, but we are just bigger than you, we are more than you. In the developed world, it's not like that. Governors are very loyal to the people of that particular state. And when question is being asked to any governor, no matter how rough that question is, he has obligation to answer it. Or if he does not want to answer it, he will he will keep quiet. Sometimes they keep quiet because if they don't know what to answer, they keep quiet, not to implicate themselves, because they know that they are servants to the people. So what I wanted to ask before this disconnection of Mazi Benjamin Madubugwu, there is important thing that you want to discuss here concerning the. Okay, I think Mazi is back. Mazi is back. Let me add him to the stage. Okay, he's here. Mazi, sorry for that disconnection there. I think it's your network. You know where you are, how your network is. So we know we are prepared. We know that we are going to suffer such. So,
Yes.
According to what you are saying, I said after what you are saying, I will ask you this question, because this question came in on our platform now. This question came in. He said, this question is this way. He said, why will Nigeria Supreme Court not to build and nurture their own constitution and respect their own constitution? Because constitution addresses Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The way he was brought into the country, there is a crime committed against him. Because kidnapping is a crime, is an international crime being recognized globally. Then extraordinary reduction of any person is another international crime. And the Supreme Court being known on this particular crime that lead to his return, illegal return, and being detained and tortured, is against international community. Why would a Supreme Court not to renew the face of Nigeria state through making the real decision and respect the constitution? So when the people that are supposed to be the respecter of the constitution are now abusing the constitution, so what is the hope of the people living there? This is the question. We lost him again. We lost him again. Anyway, we continue. So let me just explain this thing to what to understand. Constitution is the power of every nation. That is why I think He will back. He will back again. Let me try and bring him in and add him again. Okay.
They should, they should
Do you get Mazi? Mazi, wait. Do you get the question? Do you get the question I asked regarding the? Okay.
The number one is that they should stop interrupting my network, because even if they keep on interrupting it, I will still do video, private video, and post it everywhere. Because that thing that I want to say, I must say it, because this is something that will bring solution to the problem, to the demon holding everybody in Nigeria down. I must say it. I will never stop saying it, and nobody will stop me. They can sponsor my killing. They can sponsor to jail me, but they cannot kill the voice. That is a message to them. Coming to the message, the questions you sent to me, my dear brother, Nigerian Supreme Court is a court of justice, which in the normal setup, according to the Nigerian sharing of powers, you know, the Supreme Court, the Nigerian judiciary should supposed to be private. They're supposed to be taking their decision based on law. But you see, when the owner of your property, when the owner of the property you are living in decided otherwise, you have no say. The people behind the whatever injustice being delivered in Supreme Court is Britain. Britain, no other people. They detect what the person in Asorok said in a case like this. The case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra and IPOB is a political case. It's not something to be settled in the court. It's a case that if the Nigerian government want to resolve the matter, they know what to do. It's a case that's being settled outside court. So bringing the Supreme Court, bringing the Federal High Court or whatever court inside the matter is just like playing games. The issue of Biafra, the issue of IPOB, the issue of Nnamdi Kanu with the Nigerian government is a political matter and have to be settled politically. Simple truth. Simple truth. Whatever pronouncement made in the Supreme Court was what they were asked to say, not based on law. Because
Mazi, let me come in there. According to you, you said that the issue of case at hand of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB is not the case that to be taken to court. It's the case, is political case that need to be settled outside the court. Now, I want to ask you, this is why they keep on doing mistake. And this mistake, I may tell you openly that these mistakes they are making is God doing. Let me just use this word. It is God doing. God wants them to keep on exposing themselves. Because when I remember eventually when they asked the administration of Muhammad Buhari, he said that he has no decision of his own, that it is court that will decide. He said it is court that will decide. But to him, I think he did not know the implication of that court. When they said court will decide, now when the president said court will decide, that means he does not want to engage in a political solution. He does not want to solve this in political. That is, he wants the right thing to be carried out in that place, which have been done. Appeal court have done the right thing. So now they have made the mistake and used their hand to push this thing into justice. There is no way, I strongly believe there is no way they can put this in out again. Because now, let me tell you from example. If I had a problem with you, Mazi Benjamin, private problem with you, and I come to you and say, Mazi, maybe you are telling me, Lionman, I want to take you to court so that let us go and settle this in court. And I look at it that, oh, if I go to court with you, I may be implicated because what I did to you is wrong. And why you are saying that you want to take me to court because you are very sure that if I appear in court, the justice will be done accordingly without any other compromise. Now, why would Nigeria government, okay, now let me say now, Nigeria government is like me who offended you. I am the one who offended you. And because of the love you have for me, because of you are a peaceful man, you say, oh, man, let us settle this thing outside. Let me tell you your mistake you made. We can settle this thing. And I am the one now telling you, let us go to court. And you are laughing. Because why you are laughing at me? Because you know that if you eventually go to court, I am finished. But I keep on telling you, let us settle this thing. You keep on telling me, let us settle this thing. Mazi Lionman, I refuse. Then at a time I'll say, like, what happened with the, okay, let's go to court. At a time, you may say, okay, let's go to court. And you are I am the first person who filed the case. Instead of you to be the first person, you filed the case. Now, when we got to court, they interpreted my engagement against you through the Constitution. Then they interpreted your own side of your engagement towards me through the Constitution. And now Constitution now turn around against me. Constitution turn around against me, which you know. That is why you are telling me that time, stop, let us do this the other side. Because of the love you have for me. This is Nigeria case in this regard. And now that Appeal Court has done the right thing, according to their own decision, they say they want to go to court, fine. Then we now Supreme Court that is protecting the same Constitution. Why won't them now stand by the Constitution by respecting, because I call it to respect the Constitution. Respecting the Constitution shows that they are displaying what I call patriotism, love of that nation. Because when you respect the Constitution, that means you love the nation. So if the Supreme Court now continue not to respect this Constitution, that means they are supporting IPOB for the demand of referendum. That means they don't even love where they are somehow backing IPOB into referendum. They are giving us support. Support. Because many people may not know this area. If they continuously abusing the Constitution because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, which means they are the people now supporting IPOB. They are giving IPOB 100% support to make a demand, because nobody in life will like to live in injustice society. So Mazi, I want you to analyze this in more deep. Please, go ahead.
Number one is that like I said before, what is happening in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra and the Nigerian government, and the Britain in extension as the owner of Nigeria, is the make.
They have keep on removing Mazi Benjamin Madubugwu. They keep on removing him from our platform. And I think I will continue until he will be back. We are trying to bring him back. He will be back. He'll be back because they are watching. They are watching and they know that the area we have come here to touch is the area that is hitting them powerfully. So they will do everything in their reach to, let me see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, my dear brother, I have never seen a country in this world disobeying their own law. Their own law they make and they enact and they pass through the National Assembly and they establish it as law under their criminal code. I have never seen a country that disobey their law like Nigerian government does. Nigerian government are doing this, disobeying their own law, disobeying the court order because their own creator, the almighty Britain, asked them to do so. Do that. We will represent you. We will defend you in the international community. That is what Britain is telling them. But the idiots in Abuja fail to understand that the more they are doing this, they are killing the image of Nigeria, not Britain. The appeal court, the Federal Appeal Court of Nigeria, Abuja, give their judgment, their ruling, based on the law of Nigeria. They cited laws because in the court, before court, for court to give judgment on a particular matter, there has been established laws under the constitution of the country. And for them to give the judgment, they have to recite those laws that has been established under the law for them to pass their judgment. That is why I asked last time I was in Abuja, when I went to see our leader. They refused me before the court appeal, Supreme Court judgment day. I asked them a question. Is it not the same law cited by this appeal court? Is it not the same law applicable to the whole court under Nigerian judiciary in Nigeria? It's not the same law. So what law is Supreme Court is going to use to give different judgment on the judgment given by the appeal court? There's no difference, because the same law cited by appeal court was the law applicable to the Supreme Court under the Nigerian Constitution. Now, look at the judgment of appeal Supreme Court. They admitted that the invasion of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu house was wrong under the law, because he was under the court protection, enjoying his bails, never violated the bail conditions. So if Nigerian government have case against Nnamdi Kanu, why invading his home to kill him, whereby he's supposed to appear in court in the next couple of days before the invasion? Why the invasion if they have case? That should be number one question. And we expected Supreme Court to make this judgment very clearly on why they make the statement that the invasion of his house was wrong. Although I have discussed with our lawyers, and they give an answer to me that they are waiting for the comprehensive printout of the judgment for them to know, because in every pronunciation of Supreme Court, there is an order that must follow according to their judgments or pronunciations. So we are just waiting to see that, to see what are the order that follows on that judgment, those judgments. The Supreme Court made it very clear that the extraordinary rendition of
They have keep on removing him. They have keep on removing him. They have keep on removing him because there is a question that came in here that I wanted to ask him. I hope he comes back. I hope he's come back. They are doing their wonderful job by keep on removing him. No, they can't remove us, but they will keep on removing those that are connected to us through that place. The question that somebody sent in is, which idea did he think, or the action did he think that IPOB should? Okay, I think let me try and bring him back. Okay, Mazi, you're back again.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Can
Go ahead.
you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you clearly.
Okay. This made it very clear that the extradition, or no, extraordinary rendition of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was very wrong, because the government did not follow the due process. Can you hear me? They are interrupting me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing it very clear. You are clear. Go ahead.
The Supreme Court made it very clear that the extraordinary rendition of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya was very wrong, which means that the Nigerian government committed crime against him, against the law of Nigeria, and against the international laws of extradition. Now,
They have keep on interrupting Mazi Benjamin. They are removing him from Nigeria. They are on his line, removing him. So we'll continue. Somebody, please, if you, because we don't take a question from comment section. Although very soon I think we'll make this thing open, where you'll be pouring in your question. Like someone said, the Duke said, my question is, what is the way forward? Are we going to continue like this? Continue, make your question very clear, because you have the privilege that I want to give you the opportunity of your question. When you are making question, because I don't know the which way. We will have many ways to go. So you ask, you make your question very specific. Which way are you talking about? Are you saying which way are you talking about? So we want to know. Mazi Benjamin is back. He's out again. They have removed him again. If Mazi Benjamin is hearing me, I think Mazi Benjamin should go through phone. Let us do it through call, because I say that they are on the neck of this Mazi Benjamin. They are on his neck. I don't know how we could do this now. The engineers in the studio, please, is there any way you can connect him through call so that we continue this question? Okay, he's back again. Let me bring him back. Go ahead, Mazi. You are back.
Okay. Thirdly, according to the
they will not allow him. They will not allow him. I can see that they will not allow him to continue because he's here to expose some certain things. Yeah, so I don't know if there's any way that can be done. Connect him through call so that this question can go on. Please, very, very important. Because there's a question that came in here. Somebody said, which, okay, I think they are trying, they are disturbing because they have seen the area we are going to. They have seen the area we are heading to. We are opening the eyes of the world concerning the engagement, their illegal engagement and the area they are trying to push the people into. So what I am asking, he said, what action will IPOB take in this manner? Because IPOB will not fold their hand. Somebody said, will IPOB fold their hand and watch their land being destroyed by those who wish the land to be destroyed? Okay. I'm bringing him back. I'm trying to do so. If I bring him back immediately, second they remove him. So I don't know. I don't know what to do next. The engineers in the house, please. Is there anywhere you can? Is there anywhere you can connect him through call? Is there any how you can connect him through call? Because this program is very, very important. Now they have started removing him without even allowing him to say a word. I don't know. Because these questions are very, very important. This is terrible. This is terrible. Somebody said, what will IPOB do? Will IPOB take a comprehensive action in making sure that they go after the people who are causing insecurity in the land? And this question, I don't know. This question belongs to the leadership. Because for my own, if you ask me to answer that question, I will say, IPOB, we are in charge of our forest through ESL. IPOB is not in charge of our cities for now. Okay. Let me see what we can do through here. I can hear you from here. I can hear you. Go ahead, Mazi Benjamin. I can hear you. You are coming out. You are coming out clearly. Yeah, you are coming out through speaker, because they don't allow you to appear here on studio. They keep on removing you.
To suppress you, or to do one or two things to destroy you. But like I used to say, we are already, so we are not afraid of falling anymore. Okay, we have seen 99, so 100 is nothing to us. Okay, now, like I was saying, the court pronouncement of the Supreme Court, which is very clear to the whole world and to humanity, made it very clear that the location of the according to our lawyers, because I placed these questions to our team or our legal team. The response from them was that they are waiting for the clear copy of the judgment from the Supreme Court. So they will know the instructions and orders given by the court with regards to these judgments. So that is what we are waiting for. Whatever we see in that judgment, we either promote the Nigerian judiciary and give hope to see, believe that there will be justice. There's hope in getting justice in the Nigerian court.
They disconnect the call. They are following him both on his WhatsApp. They have disconnected him from the air. So let me continue. Like the question our brother, I think someone asked the Duke. Now your question is very clear. You say your question is, are we going to continue waiting for Nigeria government to get our leader free? Yes, because it's in their hands. Yes, it's in their hands. We are going to wait through the court until they finish disgracing themselves. The continual illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not stop Biafra from being restored. I want people to understand this, because British advised them, don't free him. If you free him, that means you have admitted to go into referendum, which we are demanding, which is our fundamental right. Globally, this is a global law, not only Nigerian law. And the Nigeria is signatory to this particular. Okay, I think I'm trying here. Let me see if I can. I hope. Mazi, you see what we are suffering when we are hitting the truth. Oh my God, they have removed him again. So this question I'm answering the question of the Duke. Listen to me. They said that it is the court that will decide, and the court has made their decision. So any other thing behind the continuous detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is illegal, because they are the one that made the settlement that the court will decide, and the court and the constitution has decided. They have made their decision, and their decision stands. Is irreversible according to the constitution. So what we do is to ignore them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in a good spirit. This message is said, I am not broken yet, because this is the man that understands the journey of freedom. He understands the journey of freedom more than many of you who are still free. The problem we have globally, or let's say in this struggle, is that we have so many. I don't want to use the word that look abusive, because this is BTV. International communities are watching it. Intelligence agencies are watching it. FBI are watching it. CIA are watching it. They are watching this. They are monitoring this station to know what kind of program are they anchoring in this station. So let me not use a foul word, but I have to say it the way it is. The problem we have is our mentality. Let me just say the word mentality. I wanted to use the word of too many illiterates. So it's what is the challenges we are facing. But let me use the word of our mentality. Our mentality is disturbing the whole thing. Like the question he asked, which many people have asked this question. Are we going to continue like this? And this is where the enemies capitalize, because they know that you are not matured enough. They know you are not that well, well-rooted or well-studied in anything concerning freedom. So they want to tell you what you want to hear. There are people now, you will throw this question, they say, okay, we will do this, we will do that. No. We will ignore as far as they continue in their illegal way, disgracing. I call it, they will keep on disgracing themselves. Where we keep on, let me try and bring Mazi back again. I'm doing my best to bring him. I hope they leave him now. He is back here. Mazi, you can go ahead.
Thank you, Machineke. Thank you. There have been, anytime I try to, I don't know, to say something they don't want to hear, they will just bring it down because they own the social media. But no problem. We will have our own very soon. Now, like I was saying, the third pronouncement of the Supreme Court was that the bail of our leader, revocation of the bail was wrong, which means that, for my understanding, that the bail is still active, because since the Supreme Court ruled against the bail, it means that the Supreme Court has restored the bail back. Everything they ruled against was something they ruled against the Nigerian government. But when I have discussion with our legal team, they made me to understand that they are waiting for the final copy of the judgment, the certified copy of the judgment, in order for them to understand what are the instructions and orders given by the Supreme Court based on those based on the ruling. Each and every ruling they made on the 15th of December. So we are waiting on that, okay? So now, I want to make something very clear, because whether you like it or not, as far as we are still in Nigeria, we are still under the Nigerian Constitution. Okay? So, what I want them to, the government and especially the judiciary to understand is that this case under judiciary will make or mar the reputation of the judiciary. Okay? Because according to the quote I used to hear in the court, because I have been in the court since 2015 till date. Till April, May 2023. I have been in the court, hearing how it was, seeing how it was, hearing all the pronunciations, all the quotes on how the court processes are going on in Nigeria. Okay, I'm not a lawyer, but at least I can tell you that I know one or two things about the Nigerian law. Okay, because I have been forced to be going to court to be answering for a case that I did not have nothing to do, or a crime that I did not commit. So it gives me opportunity to know one or two things that are happening in the court. So according to the quote they always make inside the court, they say that the judiciary is the last hope of a common man. Okay, so now I so much believe that the Nigerian judiciary will have we see this as opportunity, to practice what they preach. In this case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB case, including my own case, because I am still answering cases in the court. As I'm talking to you now, I am under the court protection. I'm under bail as a casemate to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case matter. Okay. After the invasion of our leader's house on the 14th of September, 2017, after the attempt to assassinate him, he escaped and he ran away from Nigeria. So because of his absence, they divided the case and lumped me, Bright Shimezie, David the one we see, and the Chidebere Omudiwe on one side, and leave our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the other side. Okay? So now, since then, since after they admitted us to bail in 2018, since then we have been going to court. Every time they call us to come, we go to court. We never fail for one day. We know what it takes us to move from East to Abuja for the particular matter. Okay? Now, the last court we went, the judge made it very clear. A very good woman, I must say. Justice Binta Nyako is a very, in fact, I don't know why such people are not allowed to be the Chief Justice in Nigeria. You see, in Nigerian judiciary system, from my understanding, if you are upright judge, you will never get promoted. They only implant those stooges, those that are answerable to the executives. They are the people they will place in the high places, in the appeal court, and make them the Chief Justice and also the Supreme Court judges. Look at what happened in the case of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the 13th of October 2022, when the appeal court pronounced, the justices of appeal court pronounced their judgment based on the law of Nigeria and based on the treaties signed by Nigerian government and international laws. Immediately they make the statement based on law. What happened? They remove all of them from appeal court and they constitute corrupt judges to turn the case around in order to keep holding our leader. That is why the case went to Supreme Court. Okay? And for Supreme Court to admit, join voice with us that the invasion of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu house was wrong. The revocation of his bail was wrong. And the other judgment, pronouncement, it shows that there is still hope in Nigerian judiciary. Let me just believe that. There is still hope that common man will still get justice. For them to accept these 3 points, there is still hope that a common man will still get justice in Nigeria. And I want to see that justice happen. Me, personally, I was arrested on the 28th of October 2015 in my own house at Ubulisuzo in Ihala, local government. Ubulisuzo is a community. It was around 12 a.m., midnight. My house was invaded. My dog was barking, and there were rain was falling. I have to look through the camera and see people jumping into my compound through the fence, and they were all wear black attires. Okay, so when they came in, they start to bang on my doors, open the door. You know the way they behave like criminals, because they never behave normal. Normally, when government suspects you as somebody that commits crime, they're supposed to invite you to come to their office. That should be the first step, not invasion. invading somebody's house like a criminal. It doesn't work that way. I live in a civilized country for 15 years. I see the way things work there. The DSS in Nigeria.
Mazi Benjamin, let me come in there. Like, let me help you in this area. Like in a civilized world, that is why that's why you choose lawyer. You have your own lawyer. When they suspect you of anything, they will put it on a system and they will inform your lawyer. Your lawyer is the first person to be informed that, oh, if it is a kind of case that warrants to call your attention, they will inform your lawyer and say, one of your clients, we are looking for him, or we want him to have to draw his attention on so answering of so query. It is the lawyer that will put you on call and say, there is something that came up. Your name appears so place concerning so case. Okay, you will not tell your lawyer. Okay, fix a date for them and invite you.
Yes.
Then it is the lawyer. It is your lawyer that will accompany you to the station, to the office. He will not accompany you, and the lawyer will sit down. Then you will sit down. Yes, okay. This is what they are charging you for. This is what they suspected you for. Then you will give them some answer. Sometimes, if something that warrants you to go home, they will tell your lawyer, okay, take him home. Whenever we need him, bring him back. If there's something that will warrant to detain you, then we tell your lawyer, oh, we are afraid that this person may not reappear again because of the gravity of the crime. They will detain you there. Then based on that first obedience that the lawyer brought you to the station to see them, that is where the lawyer now will not capitalize and say, okay, when the case goes to court, the lawyer will say, he will tell the judge, this person they are detaining voluntarily came to his or her office. I am the one that presented him to them. They did not arrest him. So how can somebody who came voluntarily now being suspected to be, to not be appearing again and to run away from his answer? That is based on that. The judge now will not sign another fresh bail. Lawyer will say, okay, go home. Whenever we need you, come and respond. And that is the end of it. And that is how it will remain.
My brother, that is how it's supposed to be in this 21st century. Okay? But in the case of Nigeria, because they suspected you of committing a crime, without investigation, without inviting you for questioning, they will just invade your house like criminals. And I must confess, I must tell you the truth. Nearly, I could have fired them. Yes, I have license gun with me. I could have fired them that day. But immediately, I see the verse, right DSS. I know this is government agency. They are not kidnappers. Because that time, my life was under threat. I was being threatened by some criminals then, because of I have a particular big project in my community then, and the project was progressing, it was going on. I came back to inspect the project. Every day, message will come to my brother, to my senior brother's telephone, telling him to tell me that I should keep 50 million naira for them, that they are coming for me. If I don't give them the 50 million, they will take me away and kill me. That message was coming to my senior brother every day, every day. And me, myself, whatever money I have to invest in that project was my sweat. I was not ready to give anybody one kobo. I was ready to die with them. Because somebody cannot come to my father's compound and intimidate me. It will never happen. under my own hard-earned money. It will never happen. I was ready waiting for them to come to finish all of them up. Do you understand? So when these people jumped my face, I was thinking that these are the bastards threatening my life. I was ready to finish all of them there because I was in position to do that. When I discover that these are the DSS, I have to pipe low. When they bang, I don't have to open door immediately because people can camouflage to be something they are not. Look at what is happening in the Northeast. People wearing military uniform. Look at what is happening in Benue. People wearing military uniform go to village and slaughter villages. And the villages will be seeing them as army. But they are not. So that was the reason I did not open the door for them. I was watching. I was calling all the vigilantes within the Ihiala local government. I was calling their leaders to ask them to find out whether there is people from DSS coming to my house. Because they should know, they are the local security that's supposed to know that there is people coming from Abuja to Ihiala. They're supposed to know about it as the local security in charge of the communities. So I was making the call. It was midnight. No, I couldn't get through to anybody. So what happened is that they break the gate that linked to the back of my house. And unfortunately, the maid that is helping my wife then did not lock the back door of the kitchen door. That is where they enter. From there they enter. And immediately they enter, they start to identify themselves as DSS. When I hear their word, their English, their intonation, I know that these are not criminals. I have to bring down my guns and keep them under the bed and surrender to them. They come, they pick the two guns, they take me to the down parlor, introduce themselves to, immediately they enter to the room, they introduce themselves, they did the professional job on that. They introduced themselves. I say, I understand. Now, what is the problem? What do they want? They say that there is a container parking in my compound. They want to check what is the content of that container. I say, okay, I don't have the key of the container because the person that brought it to my compound did not give me the key, but I can see what was inside the container was household items and other equipments. So they were forced to open the container and see the transmitter there. That was how I was arrested. They bundled me from that night with my senior brother that had nothing to do with that. They bundled us to Oka, from Oka to Abuja. This transmitter is what they are charging me of. The two guns they get in my house was two licensed pump action, licensed given to me by Nigerian authorities. And they have the copies of the license. On top of that, they are charging me for illegal gun possession. Do you see it? Now, I begin to calculate because after this, before then, I never know how Ndibo was positioned in Nigeria. I was seeing myself as a Nigerian. I was believing that Nigeria is our country. Until after this happened to me, I went to Kuje prison to meet people that give me their experience about Nigeria. And since then, I start to see how things work here. I concluded that the reason for all this nonsense is the hatred of Igbo man, nothing more. Malicious hatred against the Igbo, nothing more, nothing more whatsoever.
Mazi Benjamin Madubugwu, I thank you so much for your time. And finally, there is a question I want to, because time is running out there. We have many programs to anchor today, both on the Radio Biafra today. Today is a busy day. So I want to, there's a question that came in concerning about what IPOB, what should IPOB do? Like somebody said, message came in, a question came in, he said, now that the governors in our land and those in charge of our land, the politicians, are not able to arrest the situation of insecurity, kidnapping, can IPOB, who in their own capacity were able to conquer the Fulani headsmen that was on our bushes, killing the farmers, preventing our farmers from farming? If IPOB, he said, if IPOB could do that successfully by driving the Fulanis away and our farmers who went into farming, do you think that IPOB does not have the capacity again to come in, to step in and search out these criminals who are terrorizing the society of ours? He said, what can IPOB do? Because he said IPOB shouldn't fold their hand and watch our society being endangered by criminal elements. So what advice do you have for the leadership of IPOB concerning this particular question?
First of all, the foundation of IPOB, as I know, is to secure the interests of our people, people of the eastern region, called the Southeast and South-South. And the motto is that to give our people good life, give them all the social amenities they are lacking in order for them to, enjoy the quality of life that they deserved. And I know that from the speech of establishment of ESN made by our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader made it very clear that ESN was established to protect the life and the properties of Biafrans. Okay? And as much as I know, that has been the duty of ESN to date. If our people, I mean the people of the Eastern Bloc of Nigeria, especially the Igbo Biafran people, can give the vote of confidence on the leadership of IPOB, the current leadership of IPOB that is in charge now, which is the GOS, led by Mazi Shike Doziem, I believe that if they give the vote of confidence and have the courage enough to have discussion with the leadership of IPOB, I so much believe that the issue of insecurity will be a thing of the past if ESM get involved on it. This is my own belief.
Okay, Mazi, in this your belief, did you think, because one thing I found out is that, like earlier, you said that, like you and I know that any insecurity that lasted more than 24 hours, government is involved. And who are these governments? These governments are those people parading themselves as our representatives, such as governors, such as local government chairmen, such as ward chairmen, such as commissioners in the state, and our traditional rulers. They are all involved. Now, do you think that these people will allow this thing to happen? Because since they are benefiting from it, do you think they will give that chance for IPOB to step in and arrest the situation of insecurity, since they cannot do it by themselves?
Yes, is that, during the time of the program, it said that if Abuja want to tell themselves the truth and truly want the insecurity in Southeast to be a thing of the past, they have to stop giving security fund to some of these governors. The insecurity in Southeast has become a business to some people. And as far as they keep on making profit on it, they will never like to have it stop. Okay? Because everybody protect where he's eating or she's eating from. As far as they're making money. Because in Nigeria, it's all about making money. That's why you see them, even the federal project that the money are being released from Abuja to them, they never execute it. They put the money in their pocket, believing that nobody will ask. But one day we will ask. One day shall be one day we will ask. So if the federal government should stop playing their backdoor games, trying to demonize IPOB, trying to demonize ESM, trying to make up a case in order to tight the chances of Nnamdi Kanu coming out, because Nnamdi Kanu is the only man that have the courage to tell them the truth about the problem of Nigeria and how to solve it and who are the problems. That is why they don't want him out. If they can be able to do away with all this senseless mentality and the policies and say the truth to their own self that they want the insecurity in Southeast to stop, they should first of all stop giving security fund to the governors. And they should, the second option is for them to look at those coming to them, telling them that they are people representing the people. The ability of the federal government to look at them to see whether truly these people have the mandate of the ordinary people in the East and speaking for them, it matters a lot. Because what I see is fraud upon fraud against the federal government. As far as the money keep coming to the politicians, the insecurity will never stop, because they already have the opportunity created for them by the Buhari administration by demonizing IPOB, demonizing ESM, and blackmailing Nnamdi Kanu to making Nnamdi Kanu to look as a bad person to international community. Because of that, they allow the killings being sponsored by some politicians, not all of them, some politicians, especially APC politicians. Yes. Not only from those from Igbo extraction or from the Eastern extraction, from Northern and the Western extraction as well. Because they have their point man they are using to cause this insecurity in our land, which is the criminal and the bastard in Finland. He is the one, the person they are using to do this. And that animal, claiming to be an Igbo man, is the person that recruited the criminals that are doing the job for them. Answering IPOB, answering ESN, and using the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to do the criminal act. Did you see it? They are doing it because they are making money out of it. That is why I said,
Mazi, like in regard to what you said now, some time ago, Senator Enyinnaya said in one of his interviews that I come across, he said, I was disturbed. This is the word of Enyinnaya. He said, it came to a time I was disturbed. Then I wrote to Finland embassy in Nigeria. I'm using the word of Enyinnaya. He said, I wrote to Finland embassy in Nigeria, asking them, addressing them, concerning one Simon Eber in Finland, who reside in their place, who his utterances are generating the disturbing situation in the southeast. The response he got from the Finland ambassador in Nigeria was that it is government to government thing, that it has nothing to do. Now, that reminds me, that word was very deep. It is government to government thing. You know, anybody is a politician. He did not want to go straight to the point, but he released that, well, that statement, let me say, using diplomacy in releasing that particular statement. He said, the response he got, he said, it is government to government issue. So I must tell you, that word simply means that, oh, we cannot do anything. It is Nigeria government and the Finland government that has, and there is one office of international security monitoring that said that through the Nigeria ambassador to Finland, a particular amount was reached to Finland government. Nigeria have shared, I think they have given them one resources to extract, to continue taking, you know, but they were disappointed. But there is problem now. As I'm talking to you now, there is problem. The problem is the 3rd anniversary of Eastern Security Network, because already those behind the guy, those that took this contract from Nigeria government, keep on lying to them that they have succeeded in destroying ESA. ESA is their problem. But unfortunately, suddenly, they now see the 3rd anniversary of ESA. Then the war began. As I'm talking to you now, there is war within those who collected this contract. They say, oh, you have been defrauding us. They are starting accusing themselves now. So you have been destroyed, you have been, and in his statement now, the same guy now is fighting. He said that ESN is illegal. But remember that he has been raising funds, telling the same Biafrans that he is in charge of ESN. Now, after the third anniversary, he said that nothing like ESN again. That what they have, what Biafra has now is Liberation Army. Do you see? Are you seeing the whole? Are you seeing the whole truth is now being at open? That he have never been in support of ESN. That's what that word means. He has been against ESN. He has been against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has been against IPOB. He has been against Biafra restoration. Because he eats from there. He said he has been raising funds, thousands of funds. Number with that time, he said, oh, this is fund for ESN. The same ESN he turned around after the third anniversary. He said, there is nothing like ESN. Anywhere you see ESN is illegal. He said it's illegal. And they should fight them. Are you seeing it now? And that thing draw many Biafrans who lost, who their brain are very little. They say, oh, these people you are raising funds for. Suddenly now you now turn against them. So which means you have not been in charge. Because I know many people who ask me questions. You say you're in charge of this thing. How come you don't even know their third anniversary? You don't even know the date. You don't even know anything about them. Then he turn around and start attacking the same people that have used their name. If Nigeria government is not behind him, is it not now that they're supposed to give orders, okay, arrest him? Arrest him for the crime he have committed so far with the same name. Because he have condemned the name. He now condemned the name by himself. Is it not now they suppose, because what he did now was to shot himself at foot, but he never knew. He have, unknowing to him, shot himself on the foot. He have wounded, he have given himself a serious wound. So, Mazi, I want you to quickly say something in regards of this. And okay, let me join the two questions together. And what should IPOB do? What should the IPOB do? Because IPOB need to do something. Because the land is our land. The life of our people is on us to protect. Since the politician, because it is well open that the politician is against our people. They don't want our people to enjoy their land. So we that want our people to enjoy our land need to step in and do something and restore that hope on our people. And you have given your own terms of solution that if the federal government want to prove that their hands are not there in this insecurity, I agree with you. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. That if they want to prove to the international community that yes, they are neutral, they are not sponsoring this thing, they should withdraw their security fund. If they withdraw it, then we will now watch where they will be seeing money to be sharing. Because criminals, if you deny them fund, the moment you deny a criminal fund, it will not carry the criminal activity because everything about them is money, 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 money. If you don't pay them, they won't come. Look at the people, look at the internet. People they recruited to be attacking IPOB media warriors. Today, they are no more on the internet. Because they were paying them $300 before each month. They are all recruited there because all these jobless youth, they came in and they embraced the job. But now that this new administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu came in and he cut off that fund, he said, no, this cannot continue. He withdraw it. All of them disappear from internet. To show you that they were employed. They disappear. Maybe now they have gone to look for another job. So I want you to round up on this so that we can go.
Okay. Dear brother, Mwachideke, first of all, I read what Abaribe said about their moves and what they have done to get this issue resolved with the Finland government. But I want to make them to understand one thing. See, our peoples must understand that the time for individuals to be going to solve problems of the people are no more there for us. Our people need to learn how to come together to make a decision and to speak with one voice. Very important, because there is an adage that says that only Buni Mwebo. I will not translate this word. I don't know how to. You can make the translation yourself. Onye bunu Mwebo Lania. Do you understand? It's just quite unfortunate that we have no leaders. Since the kidnapping and the extradition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there is no leader in the East. Everything we have here are scavengers. From Ohaneses to the governors to the politicians, they are all scavengers. That is why you cannot see them coming together to take a collective decisions on a particular matter that affects everybody for the interest of the people. You will never. Everybody will be going on his own individually. That is the problem. If they are really sincere in solving this problem, they know what to do. They know what to do. But they will never come together to do that because some of them are involved in the criminality. If you bring them together to take that decision to stop it, some will stop eating. Some will stop making money from it because some of them are making money out of what is happening in our land. But they have the opportunity to be lumping every of their crime on the head of IPOB to make IPOB to look like criminal group. Before the extraordinary rendition of our leader, was there no peace in the East? Was there no peace in the East? All these things you are hearing now, kidnapping, snatching of cars, killing, ritual killing, occultism, and all that. Do you used to hear it then, when before the extraordinary rendition of our leader from the kidnapping in Kenya? Do you used to hear it?
No, nothing like that at all.
The answer is no. But how come after his extradition, many things start to pop out? You see somebody that has nothing to do with IPOB. He is not a member of IPOB. He knows nothing concerning the foundation of the struggle. All of a sudden, he wake up one morning and arrogate himself as the prime minister, arrogate himself as the leader, arrogate himself as the leader of IPOB, the leader of ESM, the leader, even go to the extent of forming government in exile without consultation. Are you not surprised? You don't need a soothsayer to tell you what is going on.
Mazi Benjamin, and the issue here, we must get it very right to people to understand. The issue here, this person had never been an IPOB member for an hour. I'm not saying a day. He has never been an IPOB member for an hour. Because now, let me tell you something. If somebody like me now, I joined IPOB 2016 ending. Stroke 2017. No, 2016 I joined IPOB. I think it was November 2016. Now, everyone knows that I am a member of IPOB. My family knew. My daughter knew that I'm a member of IPOB. And someone that, like what you said now, this person have never been a member, have never been recorded in any way that this person is a member of IPOB. And everything started when they arranged this issue of this interview of our leader. That was when they were working this on the ground. And After that interview, our leader discovered that this person had never been a member. And I know what happened. He said, okay, they should go and tell him to become a member. And the message was delivered. They removed him again. The message, let me explain more. The message was delivered. And he refused. And immediately our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was kidnapped and extradited decision. The same person came on air. I want Biafrans to be keeping record. That's one thing about me. I can never lie against you. I can never allege you. That is who I am. People that know me. I always use their words. That's why I don't gossip. If you bring somebody's issue to me or a group of people issue to me, I will tell you, tell me whatever you want to tell me. Okay, let me see. Mazi will be back here again. Okay, Mazi, I'll just bring you back. So let me continue on what I'm saying. I said that the person claiming, I was trying to explain to you what happened, what transpired. Immediately after that interview, our leader discovered that this person have never been a member of IPOB. Our leader sent a message, tell him to join IPOB. And the message was taken to him. And according to the IPOB Finland, he appeared where they were doing normal IPOB gathering, a meeting. He came there and then reviewed the procedure to him. You will join. You will take oath. He said no, that he is not going to take oath and he is not going to join, but he is with them. That was the statement somebody brought in from there. He said he is with them. Then he continued his activities on his platform. Okay, someone that said he is with them. Another report came again. They made him to contribute for monthly due. He did not give them. He have never contributed for monthly due for one single day in IPOB. Since he said you are with them, they said okay, contribute for. He did not take oath. He did not agree to register as IPOB. He did not pay monthly due of IPOB. Then already, this convinced me that he knew what already on ground, the plan to take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of the picture. So he was patiently waiting. His mission was wait until this thing happened, then you start the job. We hire you to start. You have a job that will hire you, not that IPOB issue. Then immediately he came out and started lying to people. He first of all went into private platforms lying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said if anything happened to him, he should take over. Now I ask, so a leader of group of people now asking somebody outside the family to take over him, to take over from him. Somebody that don't know anything, doesn't know any rules and regulation of the family. Let me see if I can bring Mazi back again. We are facing the challenges today. Seriously. Okay. Okay, Mazi, as I was saying, then the report came again that he refused to take oath and he refused to contribute for monthly dues. He refused. He didn't have the money. I think he didn't have the money to do so. Then suddenly, the same person now is parading himself as a leader, as this, as this. That's why I asked, how come? And if you watch people that was following him, these people, I begin to do private investigation on social media. I discovered that majority, thousands of people were people who were against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They suddenly changed. It's like they had a meeting, they said, no, come together, let us change narrative. Another way to deceive the people. These people, all of them, both Ijele form one particular platform that has been shot there, and form it and be typing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as his leader. I know all of them that did this thing. They now open different Facebook now open. They open different with different name with picture. And this was the plan, a very planned work. Use his picture, do this and then that was where they start this their shenanigan in other way to demonize IPOB. But what I want to say, according to the word of Mazi Benjamin Madubugwu, that all the effort they have made to demonize IPOB, they are not succeeding. When you keep on doing something and you are not succeeding, why can't you quit? You want to demonize ESN. ESN are becoming more stronger, and ESN have formed more forces. Get ready, standing by, waiting for you, for your foolishness to finish before they know what to do. The same IPOB family that you are vying to destroy, they become more stronger, more formidable. The fake people in IPOB have left IPOB. The hardcore now are people that remain in IPOB. So the activities of this Nigeria government through their agents, I call them the engine filter. They have helped IPOB to filter IPOB the way IPOB is supposed to be. Mas, let me bring you in. Yeah. So, Mas, what I'm saying is that Nigeria government continue trying to demonize IPOB or demonize ESN. They are not succeeding. To me, they are not succeeding. They are making this IPOB more stronger, more powerful. Because before, I must tell you that people like us were standing by. People like us, we are standing by. That the statement Mazi Nnamdi made one day, he said people like Mazi Lionman came in being more serious because of event. He said events have made them more serious. And I'm never agree with him on that particular statement he made because he's right. People like us, we are standing by, supporting IPOB, standing by. But when I see that, look at the area, because I work with government. I work with government in that Nigeria. We are part and parcel of it. When I see the area, the angle that we are going, I step in with full force. I say, no, I think I have to come in. I have to step in to tell these people that I know where they want to go to. I'm very, very busy. Even today, as I'm talking to you, I have to call office and tell them, please give me opportunity today. Let me, because in abroad here, there's nothing like a Boxing Day. There's nothing like Boxing Day. Today, everybody have resumed work. Police have resumed their work. Army have resumed their work. Everybody is busy making, booming the economy. So they are not succeeding. Why would they continue? You are doing something. Is there only a foolish man who does something and say that this thing is not yielding fruit, it's not bringing any result, and that person continue. Did that person want his head to go into that? Are you hearing me? I hope you are hearing. I'm coming out clear to you, right? So I want you to conclude on this so that we can go off air. Thank you.
Okay. My job, like we are saying, I was saying, like the issue is that all the plan to infiltrate IPOB, destroy Biafra struggle, demonize ESN, demonize IPOB, justify the reason to keep on holding an innocent man in illegal detention, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has all failed. All. Because our people say an adage, a rat cannot eat the food that belongs to somebody that is awake. Never. Now, they can sponsor all the infiltrators, they can sponsor all the criminals as much as they want. The truth is that the world already know the truth. IPOB has a reputation that the world recognizes. Number one, we don't lie. We don't lie. We don't blackmail anybody. We don't say something to favor us against somebody, whereby what we are saying is wrong. No. When we are wrong, we even blame ourselves. If you look at the way IPOB operate, we give our leaders glory. At times we fight them when they make mistakes. We fight them. And we are not fighting them because we hate them. We are fighting them because we want them to remain upright. Because Ezia Fakego, good name is better than how much wealth you want to make in this life. Good name remains the better option in between. Now, I want to go back to the issue of the infiltrator, sponsored by the Nigerian government and Nigerian politicians, because our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told me categorically when I visited him on the 10th of August 2023 that I should go out there and tell our people very clean and clear what he said, that the idiot, the criminal in Finland called Simon Ekpa is being sponsored by the Nigerian government through the DSS. He told me that, and I say it out without fear or favor, because that is the simple truth. Only truth can set us free. You can't keep on killing our people because you want to keep on detaining Nnamdi Kanu, and you expect us to keep quiet. We can never keep quiet, because nobody knows what will happen to his parents, to his brothers, to his sisters tomorrow, because you see it evil and keep quiet. Mind you, this evil is happening in my backyard, in the back of my house. That is where this evil is happening. And somebody expects me to keep quiet. I will never. Because the people suffering it are my people. They are the ones suffering it. Look at if you come to Ihala local government today, the daily activities and economy of the local government is crippled. Completely crippled by the criminals. The daily activities, the daily business activities in my local government, and in our local government, is being crippled because a vagabond, a criminal somewhere in Finland want to get power from something he did not build. Somebody that is not where the dead was buried. When he want to exhume the dead body, he will start from the leg, which is very wrong. And that is the case of what is happening between this criminal in Finland and the Biafran struggle. He knows nothing about it. He knows nothing. There is an establishment protocol established by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on how this struggle should go. Number one, you dare not touch any Biafran. You dare not touch any of our people. You don't have right to do that. You dare not molest our people. You dare not kill our people. You dare not sabotage the economy of our place. You don't do that. Because you can't be claiming to be fighting for the people and you are killing the people. The same thing you are fighting Nigerian government against is the same thing you are doing. And you say that you are fighting for the people. You are a demon. You are a devil. You are evil. You are enemy of the people. Come to here, local government. Go to the whole old Olu zone, including the current Olu, Idato, Oru West, Oru North. Okay, everywhere is ravaged. The whole Anambra South is ravaged by criminals, masquerading as IPOB, masquerading as ESN, using the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But they are being sponsored by some governors and some politicians. Using the idiot, the criminal in Finland. Why should I keep quiet? Why? Every youth in the local government has either you are killed or you are illegal detention. The same thing happening in Olu. For crime they did not commit. You expect me to keep quiet? I have kept quiet enough. I'm not going to keep quiet anymore.
Mazi, thank you very much. Let me tell you something. There are something I said one time ago. Ojo Kalu was a good example of what I'm about to say now. When Ojo Kalu was the governor in Abia State, Ojo Kalu was loved, heavily loved by the northern politicians. If you remember, they all loved him. Then that time, during the time of Ojo Kalu, I was working with one of the chief security commissioner in Oyo State, Chief Ali Foso. He's dead now. As I mentioned this name, I'm not supposed to mention this name for security purposes, but I mentioned it because the man is no more. And as I mentioned this name, many people may come to recognize my face. They will say, is it this guy that was his special assistant that time? They will begin to record. They will say, this guy have disappeared out of this thing. So I look at him. I see what was going in the north. You know, that was when he formed Bakassi. Bakassi was killing our people. Then the northern politicians loved him so much. They give him so much respect. Then, as we are doing some few meetings with some officers, because we discovered that why will northern governors love a man who is killing his people? Because when he started slaughtering our youth, they were very happy. They said, this is a good politician from the east. Then, anytime, like the problem we used to have that time is that we always protect, our group that time always protect our youth. Sometimes they will detain them illegally. As soon as we walk in there, we ask, what do you do? What do you do? I used to do it. I'll ask, what did you do? What did you do? I say, you, DPO. Oh yeah. As if you measure Igbo. Oh yeah, allow him to go. If that DPO disagree with me, I will call the man. The man will give the order. I'll allow him to go. At a point, they begin to tag me. There's something they called me that time. They say, I am always backing my people, even though when they did bad thing. I say, this person did not do bad thing. Why do you raid him on the way? You raid somebody on the way and you stalk him somewhere without any evidence. I say, allow free. I have many of them like that. I say, go. And sometimes they want to challenge. I say, if you challenge me, all of us die here. Don't ever you challenge me. You can't be doing this into human being. And they see that resistant to me. All of them begin to fear. And I have discovered this thing that anybody that come out to slaughter the Igbo Biafrans always have the support of federal government of Nigeria. I'm saying this now to the international community to record it down. I discovered this thing. I don't want to say this on air before. Anybody at all that volunteer himself or herself to bring the life of Igbo-speaking Biafrans into grave, he will have heavy support and heavy sponsor of Nigerian government. I am saying this thing now because of what have been going on in this people using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name. Because this thing you say here now, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. You don't dare you kill any Biafran, you don't dare you touch any Biafran, you don't dare you maltreat them. That this is what Biafra will be. We are going to make them our first priority and love them and cherish them. And the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Ipob begin this step immediately. Biafran begin to notice that immediately. Now, the same guy now, since he started killing the same people that he said he's fighting for, he now in disguise, he now mentioning, he now using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu names to cover up. Our leader. I've asked one of the elderly man that foolishly joined them before he realized himself. I asked him a very good question. I said, why is it that this guy have flattened every order, every outstanding order given by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? The man asked me, what was the order? I was the first person to review this thing, what they are saying to me. I have said it to the man. I said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu order is, do not touch any Biafra. Do not kill any Biafra. Both those who agree with us on restoring Biafra and those who did not agree. Don't dare you touch any Biafra. Protect them. Love them. Guide them. Rather, keep on preaching to them. Time will come, they will see the reason why they will join and say, oh, these people have been right all this while. But why must this guy came? The killing of Biafrans begin. Slaughtering of families begin. Well, I'm coming. Slaughtering of Biafrans begin. And since that time, our politicians are not making any step and say, why must you be killing your own people? Rather, the politicians now are capitalized on that, receiving security fund over that. And the federal government are keep on giving to them because of what? The Igbos are dying. This reminds me now, the same thing not Joseph Okado did in Abia State. Start killing in the name of Bakassi. I think against this Bakassi, that I said, no, that is not the way to bring criminals. Criminals is to make arrest, put them in jail, give them orientation, they will become a new people and come out. Can you group a group of people and give them cutlass in the open? Somebody will bring his fellow somebody and cut off his head. And you say that they are doing the good thing. Some foolish people that time say they are doing it, they are too much criminal in Aba. I said no. I was the one pointing. I said there is something behind this thing. This thing is not normal. This thing is not normal. Because in America, you arrest criminals. In Europe, you arrest criminals. In Asia, you arrest criminals. Another thing I want to say here today, in conclusion from my own side, is I don't know how Ipob will step into of this burning, this what do you call it, this jungle justice in our land. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said this thing before he's kidnapped. This jungle justice is the area Ipob should identify those our youth who we gather somebody. This person is still. They brought fire from nowhere and fuel room. Have you seen anywhere Nigeria government condemn this action? Because this is what they want. So our people should be sensible, knowing that they want everything that will make them die. Federal government of Nigeria wants us, any activities that lead into our death is what they love. They love it and they will sponsor it. I'm telling you, they are ready to sponsor it. Because this Simon made me to know that since the killing of Biafrans, That's why Nigeria government went and paid money to Finland government to protect him. They went to pay money, say, allow him to be doing what he's doing. We want him to produce result for us. And the result, they are not producing. They keep on failing in their attempt. Thank you. This is my own final area. So I want you to conclude, Mazi.
Okay. One thing you have to understand is that in Nigerian project, we the Igbo people are officially made a sacrificial lamb to keep Nigeria moving. Every experiment is being done with the Igbo blood. You can see that, like you said, everything that has to do with taking the life of Igbo, you will never see Nigeria government do anything to stop it. Nothing. Instead, they will be part of it so that the killing will keep on going on. In order for our people lose their faith on their personal security in their own father's house. They want everybody to run out of the East to keep on investing money in the West and the North. They love it. That's why you see them keep on giving money to the politicians, the people that are sponsoring the insecurity, the people that are the people paying the infiltrator to keep on recruiting the criminals, so that the business of killing Igbo will continue. I asked you before the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, do you used to hear the case of kidnapping, the case of killing, burning houses, and all these crimes you see happening in our land? Do you used to hear it there? The answer is no.
Not at all.
Now, in order to destroy IPOB, ESM that are doing the good work, and then Nnamdi Kanu that is leading the group that is doing the good work, they have to sponsor the infiltrators, the criminals, to demonize the organization and the leader. It is a well-marshaled policy made in Asorok, sponsored by the Britain. In fact, the idea originated from the Britain, because everything Britain is doing in this life is to make sure that Igbo people do not rise. Otherwise, what stops Britain to grant the referendum Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB have been agitating for over 10 years? What stops Britain to grant it? What stops them from granting it? If they so much love Nigeria and they so much want the country to progress, why are they not giving people their right to exercise their constitutional right, which is human right? What was the cause of the war of 67 to 1970? The same Britain, Ojukwu, our leader, Ojukwu, our internal leader, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, General Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, and the General Yakubu Gowon went to Aburi to sign the agreement of restructured Nigeria that can keep everybody under the umbrella of Nigeria as one country, as different nations under one umbrella, like the United States of America. Ojukwu and the Gowon, as the inhabitants of the land they call Nigeria today, who understand the difference between the nations They understand that the people answering Nigeria today have no common value system. They have nothing in common. But since the Britain, under the gunpoint, forced the people to answer Nigeria, everybody agreed. But let us do it this way so that we can remain in that umbrella as a Nigerian. After two of them agreed on this, what happened? Gowon come back from Ghana to Lagos. Britain still used the Oba of Benin, the then Oba of Benin, and the British High Commission to confuse Gowon, to make him to understand that he's a fool by agreeing on that agreement. That is where the aggression comes against the Biafrans. Simple truth. If you want to know what happened, go and listen to the statement of our late general, General Achuzie. Go and listen to it. You will see every truth today. Britain hating Igbo to the level that the Britain don't want Igbo to breed. They even want to make sure that they destroy Igbo race completely out of this surface of the earth. Otherwise, why are they holding Nnamdi Kanu for asking for referendum? Why are they holding him? What is the crime of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What is his crime? What is the crime of IPOB to be tagged terrorists in Nigeria? What is the crime of IPOB? A call for referendum, is it a call for war? A call for referendum, is it a crime? What is the crime? IPOB is asking for Biafra freedom because the time is due. The time is due. The Nigeria, the agreement, the British amalgamation agreement that created Nigeria was meant to last for 100 years, for God's sake. And it was made on the 1st January 1914, which expired on the 31st of December 2013. And the condition of the agreement is that after 100 years, all the component nations have to come to the table to agree whether to continue with the union or self-determination. So what is holding them from implementing the terms and conditions of that agreement since 2014? What stopped them? If they seriously and truly love Nigeria as a country, why Britain is not enforcing that clause of the agreement to take place? Is it not the same thing IPOB is asking for? Is it not the same thing Mazi Nnamdi is asking for? Is it a crime to ask for a referendum? Is it a crime? Is Britain not giving the Scotland the opportunity to vote for a referendum? And they are about to do another one this year. If not this year, next year. Why is Britain so much hating Igbo? Why is Britain so much hate black people? Why? What is our crime? What is our crime? Is it by force to be a Nigerian? Is it by force? Is marriage by force? Did anybody force Britain to remain in European Union? Is Britain not express their own feelings that they don't want to belong to the European Union, and the European Union allow them to go and be a sovereign country on their own? Why don't Biafra do the same thing? What is the problem? Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has gone to the level of telling them that he will leave the oil and gas, he will give it to them free. What is important to us is our freedom, nothing more. We want to live like a people created by God in our own land. You can't force us to remain in a union that we are being killed as a sacrificial lamb every year, every decade, every century. Why? Why? I have said this many times. When you force a woman in marriage, only one thing waits for you. That woman will one day wake up and poison you, so that you die off and for she to have freedom. marriage is not by force. You can't force us to remain in Nigeria. It's not by force. You poison the mind of the West, the mind of the North against Igbo. Britain, you did it. What is our crime? These people are our brothers. This is the people God created with us in this part of Africa. Why are you demonizing Igbo? Why are you spoiling their mind? That make them to be implementing policies that is bringing Igbo down every day. Why, Britain? Why do you hate us? What is our crime against you? What did we do to you, Britain? What did we do to you? What is our crime? Why are you holding Nnamdi Kanu? Britain, why are you holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What is the Nnamdi Kanu crime? For asking for a referendum, which is human right, which is our right. Why are you holding him? You want to set Nigeria on fire, and you live in peace in your own place. You are evil. And I can tell you that reasonable Nigerians will rise up and do justice for the case of Biafra and Nigeria very soon. You can't detect forever what happens in Nigeria. Britain, you are evil. You are evil. British government, you are evil. We know what happened to Chukwu in London. We know everything. The same thing happening to Nnamdi Kanu. Why are the people so despising people? Why?
Mazi, thank you so much. Thank you very much. We have a limited time here. Thank you for.
I want to talk to our people.
Go ahead.
Biafra, Ndi Igbo. Those of you that think that by fomenting problems in our land is the best option, please rethink. Because you cannot use criminality to fix our land, to make our land a living place for our people. You can't use criminality to do that. Those of you following this criminal, this Nigerian government agent in Finland, called Simon Eber, if you don't turn back, all of you will live to regret it. All of you. All of you will live to regret it. The worst problem that faces all of you is that the good is more than the bad among the bad that is all of you are. Your darkness can never conquer light. It's impossible. The early you people understand and rethink and come back to your senses, the better for you. Enough of killing of our people because an idiot that is not in our land, that cannot come to the land to lead you to be doing that, is somewhere else drinking coffee in his comfort zone, telling you to be killing your own people, and you are doing that. Prosperity will judge all of you, and the judgment will come very soon or later. Stop killing our people. Stop kidnapping our people. Stop raping our women. Stop involving yourself in marital cases and the community disputes. We have traditional rulers. We have the elders in every community that settle such matters. Stop getting yourself involved in these matters. Stop calling our people, collecting money from them. Stop threatening our people. Listen to me. If you think that the people don't know who you are, I want to tell you that you are lying, because all of you have community where you come from. All of you have families where you come from. Your families are bringing your names out to people that matters. Your communities are delivering your information to the people that matters. I want to make you to understand that you will never hide. The judgment day is fast approaching. And I want to use this opportunity to talk to my brothers from here and local government and my brothers from Oluzo. Onye buru nwanne abụghị odogwu. And mgbe ọsọ bụla ozu sibere isi enyi ka nwanne ala. You are following strangers to destroy your communities in Olu, in the old Olu, in Ihiala local government, in Anambra South. The strangers will go, but you will remain to suffer for your crime. The early you understand that charity begins at home, the early you understand that the better for all of you. Weapon that came on before Oruna. Stop on the local government. If you level Luzon, if you level Anambra South, if you level Imo State, stop on here. Because Abracha Kwegu, Ogala Luku. Omoko onye zoro ezo n'okpuru anyanwụ, omoko ihe zoro ezo. People mapando nobo. Whatever make it achagaria, what put that on ofe before Oruna aka mmadụ. Because judgment day is coming. Judgment day is coming. None of you will escape the judgment. The animal, the idiot in Finland using you to do this will remain in Finland because he already knows that he will never step his foot in Igbo land. He knows that well. It doesn't matter whether I'm alive today or I'm not alive. Believe you me, Simon Emma will never step his foot in Igbo land. Never in this life. Never. Never. And I want all of you from here and local government and all the Oluzo and Imo State to ask yourself a question. This nonsensical sit at home you are doing in those areas, is the same sit at home happening in Simon Eba local government in Ebonyi State or his community? Is it happening there? Ask yourself this question. Because this Onyemba, maybe you will Nagi, Onyemba Gala, let the economy of Ihiala local government and Anambra South and Luzon have been crippled by your activities. I call Uche. Manani here. One of Sulu Naga Hamiga. If you have sense, reason. If you don't have sense, keep on fooling yourself, calling yourself a hard man in your own father's compound.
God bless you so much for your time. I really appreciate your appearance on this BTV today, BTV Europe. I say, may Chukwu Kabiyama continue to strengthen you and guide and protect you. And because I know you are on ground and facing the danger on daily basis. So I thank you so much. And the word you released to the youth that from this area, that's something that we always say that a word is enough for the wise. So if they are wise, they should understand this fact that somebody who wants to be powerful or a good mafia doesn't practice mafiaism in his own father's land, he will go out. That is why you see we have American mafians who are not in America, but they bring money to American economy and boost the economy of America. The same thing in Europe. The government allowed them to go out and bring money to boost their economy. But When you want to be practicing nonsense in your own father's land, that means the land will reject you. You become noticeable in the land, and the security will not be there for you anymore. A strong man, if you want to know a strong man does not exercise his strongness in his home. He will go outside and do it, then he will run back home because he knows that home is what will protect him.
That is it.
And I'm just releasing this word to all of them. It cannot help the Fulani to be doing, okay, you are killing your people. Why do we form ESN? We form ESN because of Fulanis, we are killing us in our land. Now you are helping them now to do the job. They now went back. They said, okay, we have gotten people who can do the job for us. So let us give them money. So what they are doing now is, okay, we pay them money to be doing it by themselves. It is word of Gowan is what they have activated now. Because Gowan said if he knew that the Igbos love money in this manner, that he couldn't have shot even one bullet as a war. He could have just allowed them sponsor, find few people to sponsor and allow them to be killing themselves. But in this term of IPOB, I'm assuring the whole world, the whole global village, that it will not happen. Even those they want to sponsor,
Never.
we will crush them. I'm saying it already. They will be crushed. If you make yourself available to be sponsored, the money will end. I'm promising you that the money will enter into your account, into your position, but you will never live to eat that money. It's a promise. It's a promise. You will never live to eat that money, to spend that dime from that money.
Do you know the worst part of it is that these misguided idiots, which in here or Luzon, they are killing our people for participating in politics. That everybody is saboteur.
Imagine.
But the person they are taking order from, the person sponsoring them is federal government agent. Do you see? Does it make sense to you? Which means they are also working for the government, but they don't know. Indirectly, they don't know. You are killing your innocent brothers, innocent sisters. Taking them saboteurs. Do you know the definition of saboteur? I want to ask these idiots. Do you know the definition of saboteur? Go consult your dictionary to understand the word saboteur. And they tell me, those your brothers, those your sisters you are killing, are they saboteur? What is wrong with you people? Why are you killing your own? If we shall be able to get the for both sides, idiot, who don't sense.
Mazi, I want to quickly come in here before we go out. You see, the word you said now, if you have been following my platform, many who have played my platform, that's why most of them, sometimes these people who do not understand the journey of freedom, of restoring a nation, they don't know anything. That's why I use that word I use. I say, may I say too many illiterates in our land.
Correct. That is the right word.
That is the problem.
Illiteracy.
That's the problem of illiteracy. Because this thing you are saying now, we have argued this thing. The first narrative they wanted to push out for our people is that anybody who is a politician is against the land. I said it categorically. I said no. This is completely, you have just spoken a word to show that you are a pure illiterate. I said people who are politicians, not all of them, are against the restoration of Biafra because themselves knew what they are passing through. Another thing I told them, I said, not everybody with uniform, not every police officer you see is against freedom. No. Is the police officer have electricity in his house? No. Does his family buy food from another market that is not in the market that everything is high? The answer is no. Even the police officer want freedom today, tomorrow. They want they want country that will work today, tomorrow, for them to get their joy back. I have said this thing time with that number. Thank God you made mention of this thing again today. Going around killing our sisters, killing our brothers because they say they are participating in politics. What does that nonsense mean? What does that nonsense mean?
Complete rubbish.
What rubbish? Complete rubbish.
And I want to say another thing. I want to make the war and the humanity to understand. Biafra has no army. Biafra has no army. Biafra has no government of any kind in exile. What we have is IPOB and the IPOB leadership. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In the absence of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the next person taking charge of this struggle is whoever that is in the position of the head of the Directorate of State of Biafra, which is, as we are talking now, currently is Mazi Doziem and the members of the US, nothing more. We have no government of any kind of Biafra in exile or in the back door or in the backyard or in the home or outside the home. Nothing like that is existing. Biafra has no army. Biafra has only one central vigilante group, which is Eastern Security Network. That is ESN. That's all. Anybody dealing with anybody in the name of Biafra outside the system, know yourself that you are one of those sponsoring the killing. You are one of those sponsoring the killing in our land. And you will pay for it because posterity will never forgive you. For killing the children of God, for having the children of God, for crossing havoc in the holy land of Biafra, you will never be forgiven. That this will be my last speech on this program. I thank you,
Mazi. Thank you very much.
I thank you for bringing me to this program, and I pray that you continue this good job. You and your crew continue this job, for the God the Creator is with you. And I pray that God will keep on giving you people knowledge upon knowledge to continue this work and continue to give you guys the strength to keep on moving forward. Biafrans are looking towards you people to be delivering to them the message of hope, the message of truth in every honesty. And I want to beg you people, anytime the IPOB leadership go wrong in whatsoever form, I want you to have the courage to tell them that they are wrong. Because we want to build decent society opposite what we are saying in Nigeria today. We don't want Biafra to look like Nigeria. We don't want Biafra to look like any other corrupt country in Africa. We want to build decent nation for humanity, for our people, for our children, for the incoming generations. That is the tax we owe them. So when you see evil, condemn evil. When you see something bad, condemn it. Let us keep to be upright, and the posterity will reward us abundantly. Thank you very much for watching it. Thank you.
Don't really honor our invitation. I say, may Chukwu Kikabiama keep on blessing you and guide you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My regards to your family. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you. I'm signing out. Thank you.
Yeah. Great Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we have come to an end of this very wonderful interview and a wonderful speech from our brother Mazi Benjamin Madubugwu. You know, most of you know him. He have suffered in this very struggle. He have been in the same prison with our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he continued to strive to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He have been there for him. He have been there for Biafrans all over the world. So I thank you very much. I thank the BTV Europe who have made this available to pass message worldwide. I say God bless you, and God bless our engineers who are on studio doing the wonderful need we require for this particular program. And I thank every other media warriors who are out there, Iken Gurago and Omote Biafra, Paul Achebe, Metusedek, and the rest of them, Mazi, Ipob evangelists. I thank you all. The ones that could not remember their name, please, every media warriors, I thank you all. I say Merry Christmas, and be wise there. Do not drink and drive. Be a good citizen anywhere you are. Those in Europe, respect the law of the land of where you are. Those in South America, respect the law of the land where you are. Those in Asia, respect the law of the land where you are. Those that are still in Nigeria, respect and be a good person of your own. Acharugu, wonderful. This person just reminded me of the wonderful Ada. The one and only wonderful Ada. God bless you. Yeah, God bless you for reminding me her name. Acharugu, I thank you all. I thank all of you. I say, Mechuko Kabiama, keep on strengthening and guiding you and blessing you in all you do. And I say, Isen. Thank you all for joining us.